Please stand up. Please sit down. You are for the Lord, not for others. You are for the Lord, and so for others. Good morning, one and all present here. My father has been teaching me about spirituality and discussing the nuances with me ever since I was a toddler. Instead of reading me some stories or poems, my father used to read me books on spirituality like biographies of Osho, Paramahamsa Yogananda, and books like The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, The Secret, etc. Their life experiences opened my eyes and helped me realize what is right at very young age. They explained me to what having faith in God would provide us. They altered my thinking in such a way that I choose to remain on the optimistic side, even when there happens to be a lot of negatives around me. Here at Sarla Academy, one thing that is unique is that we get life lessons every day, either through classroom teachings or otherwise. Today we have someone amongst us who is a seeker in a field of spirituality and who is constantly guiding the youths around the country and also around the world. It's my honor to introduce you to Swami Puri. He is an extraordinary spiritual personality endowed with great talents, extensive intellectual and spiritual education, profound knowledge and wisdom. His social, friendly and open nature attract people from all walks of his life. His talks, lectures and satsangs, which he embellishes with vivid wisdom stories, are lively and appealing to young and old alike. Swami Puri was adopted at a very young age by His Holiness Vishwaguruji Mahamandaleshwar Paramahans, Swami Maheshwarananda Puri, as his Gnanputra and has lived in Vishwaguruji's ashrams all his life. At the early age of 3, Swami Puri was initiated by Vishwaguruji as the youngest Swami of the Divine, Sri Alakpuriji Siddhapit Parampara, descendant from Lord Shiva. After attending yoga in Daily Life Primary School at Sri Vishwadeep Gurukul Prathamik Vidyalaya in Rajasthan and High School at Sarla Academy, Bangalore, he received a profound training in yoga, Sanskrit and Vedic philosophy from His Holiness Rajguru Acharya Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani, Akara. He has accompanied Vishwaguruji on several of his international tours and programs to the yoga in daily life ashrams in Europe, North America, Australia and New Zealand. Due to his great support for the needy people, he was awarded the IMRP Gold Award in July 27 at the India International Center, New Delhi. In November 2021, Swami Puri was coronated as the successor of the Sri Alakpuriji Siddhapit Parampara by his master and the Mahamandaleshwars and Acharyas of the Mahanirvani Akara in a solemn puja and coronation ceremony. It is a proud moment for us to have one of our alumni here who holds mastery in a field that is little off the way. Today we are eagerly waiting to gain from his wisdom. But before we have that, may I request our CFO, Mrs. Vani Pratapna, to please felicitate Swami Puri on behalf of all of us. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Now it's a time for all of us to listen to some enriching words from Swamiji. May I request you to please come over and take the proceedings, sir.
सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो Mahatma Sarvabhutatma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, ma'am. I'm kind of nervous today because coming back to home sweet home after 9 years, talking in front of the people who taught me is nerve-wracking sometimes. First of all, I would like to thank Principal Sir and Surajit Sir and everyone for letting me come back and giving me the opportunity to talk in front of all of you. There's a beautiful shloka in Sanskrit. Kaka cheshta bhavo dhyanam shvana nindra sateva alpahari grihatyagi vidyati panchalakshana. These are the 5 principles which a student should follow in his life to succeed somehow in life. Kaka cheshta. What does kak mean? In Sanskrit, kak means crow. The persistence of a crow. There's a beautiful story where there was a crow and he was flying over the fields, over the houses, everywhere he was flying and he could not find water anywhere. And then suddenly he saw a pot, a vessel full of water inside. So he landed there and he wanted to drink some water. But the vessel was half full. So he decided, what should I do now? Then he saw small pebbles, stones. He picked those pebbles and stones up and put in the vessel. And he put so many stones inside that vessel that the water came out. So the persistence and the eagerness to achieve something in life, that's what we all students need in our life. If he wanted, he could fly further and find water somewhere else. But no, he stayed in that place, put rock by rock inside that pot that the water came up and he finally drank water. So we should have the persistence of the crow. Now there's also a great scholar in the Indian mythology named Panini who created the Ashtadhyayi, which is the Sanskrit Vyakaran, the Sanskrit grammar. So one astrologer came one day to Panini's house and he was doing the palm reading and his father asked him, will he be successful in life or not? So the astrologer looked at his hand and said, the line of the knowledge is not there. But Panini, he went to the kitchen, he took a knife, he cut a line in his hand and he went to the astrologer and said, yeah, now there's a line. Will this work? The astrologer said, you really have the persistence and the eagerness to study. In the same way, me myself, I wasn't such a good student as my teachers would say. But somehow, the persistence, the pushing from my Guruji, study, you need to study in life, somehow I managed. So, Kaka Cheshta Bhako Dhyanam. Bhak is a crane. The crane's focus we need in our life. The crane will stand in the river, in the lake, on one leg, waiting for its prey. The concentration will be just in the water, just looking for the fish to come by that it can attack and have his meal. He doesn't look around, he doesn't look left, he doesn't look right, nowhere. He just has one point, he's focusing on that point. When the fish comes, he attacks and he eats it. So we need the concentration towards certain thing at one time. We should be concentrated on one thing. If we are studying, our concentration should be towards studying. If we are playing, full concentration towards playing. Saturday, Sunday, we are sitting in the common room, full concentration on the TV. Whatsoever we are doing, our concentration should be directed on one thing at one time. There was one more story about, you all might have heard about Mahabharata. So there's one character called Arjuna, who was known to be the best archer in the whole world at that time. So when his Guruji was teaching archery, there was a bird sitting on the tree. And he asked his eldest brother, Yudhishthir, he asked Yudhishthir, what do you see on that tree? He said, I see the bird. What else? I see the tree, I see the surroundings, I see the sky, I see the clouds. He said, put your bow and arrow down and go back and stand in. Everyone was surprised. Yudhishthir, the eldest brother. What happened? Then Duryodhan, same question was asked, what do you see? I see the trees, I see the branches, I see the leaves. Put your bow and arrow down, go back and stand in them. Then Bhim, what do you see? Bhim liked to eat. He saw the fruits. What do you see? Fruits, more fruits. You also go back. When Arjuna came, then he asked, what do you see? Then Arjuna said, I see the eye of the bird. And he asks, what else? Only that. Do you see me? No. Do you see the birds? Do you see the branches? No. I only see the eye of the bird sitting on the tree. Okay, now you can shoot. And he shot the arrow and straight in the eye of the bird. So the focus in life, whatever we are focusing, we should focus so thoroughly, like Arjuna was focusing on the eye of the bird. Kaka cheshta bhako dhyanam shvana nindra. Shvana means dog in Sanskrit. So shvana nindra means our sleep should be as a dog. How does the dog sleep? When we sleep like, okay, now in SB we have rules and regulations, but when we're home, what time do you guys go to sleep? 1, 2 a.m., waking up very late. So, if a thief or someone comes in your house, we won't be aware because we have music in our ears or in the speakers at home. The awareness should be as the dog sleeps. When the dog sleeps, if you pass by, he will immediately get up and start barking. So the awareness of us, of our human body, should be in that way that we are aware of every single movement next to us. Whatever is happening around us, we should notice it, we should feel it, we should look at it. Doesn't mean you have to react, just notice it. So, Shvana Nindra Devacha, Alpahari Grahatyagi. Alpahari means we have to monitor how we eat, what we eat. The food which we take in our bodies is very important, very essential for our day-to-day life. As in SBA, we have very nutritious food. It's a very good atmosphere, but too much eating also affects us in our day life. If like let's see nowadays we have classes before the lunch. We are much more active, much more concentrated. But after lunch, you try to study, you will feel sleepy. Why is that? Because if you eat too much, you feel sleepy. So, alpahari, that doesn't mean you have to starve to death. Just eat as much as needed for your body. Now on Sundays we have Nutella and bread in the morning, pura jam Nutella nahi khana. We have to try to have it in our limits. So, whatever is possible, whatever is needed for our body, that much. Alpahari grahatyagi. Grahatyagi means leaving home, which we all did, which all of you are doing now. That doesn't mean renounce your home like us. Leaving home means in our Satya Sanatana Dhamma we have 4 parts, 4 ashrams. Brahmacharya ashram, Grahastha ashram, Vanaprastha ashram and Sannyasa ashram. Brahmacharya ashram means 0 to 25 years of age. Children used to go to the gurukuls. Like, oh yeah, for us this is a gurukul, this is a school, this is where we are studying, this is where we are gaining knowledge, where we are getting a degree. So this is a school. 0 to 25 is for studies. After that comes Grahasthashram, 25 to 50, where you get married, you settle in your life, you get a job, whatever you want to do, live your life, 25 to 50. After that comes Vanaprasthashram, 50 to 75, where we hand over everything to our future next generation, our kids, hand them over the companies or whatever we have created in the world. And you and your wife peacefully go and relax. Doesn't need to be an ashram, you can go anywhere, you can just renounce everything and just slowly slow down in your life. And last ashram is sannyasa ashram, 75 till whenever you live. In sannyasa ashram, you renounce your family, you renounce your wife, or the wife renounces her husband, comes to ashram, lives the spiritual life. Now you will say that I am 23. How did I end up in sannyasa ashram directly? So, even in sannyasa ashram, we have 2 options. Either you come in this way, which is the traditional way, which unfortunately now it's not much of that anymore, but still. The second way is whenever you feel like it, whenever the inner awakening happens and you feel, now I don't want to live this normal life, I want to live a spiritual journey and I want to move on into spirituality. The ultimate goal for us in life, or at least for me, is attaining self-realization. That's the ultimate goal. So for that, I don't say you have to go and meditate the whole day or do whatever. Whatever is necessary in life, slowly, whichever religion you follow, whatever you want to do, start reading some spiritual scriptures or something which will give you some spiritual knowledge in life. That will slowly pull you towards your ultimate goal. The second option is when you feel you want to renounce everything, you renounce the worldly life my mother, father, brother, sister, everything. That's my family. So this is a final option. You are adopted as someone and you live this life. SBA for me personally was a unique experience. Because me as a monk, since I was born, I was wearing orange robes. So when I was 12, we were looking for schools, some good schools around India. Someone suggested Salabella Academy, so we came to visit, we liked it, and then I said, it's a nice school. That was the only 2 years in my life where I wore normal clothes. And it was, in the beginning, a bit awkward for me, but I got used to it. And that was one of the most joyous times of my life, I would say, because it is like a family. In other schools, you come in the morning, you go back to your family in the evening, but this is our family. SBA is an extended family for us. It has been 9 years since I left, but today when I drove in the doors, it felt like I'm walking back to my house. And I was really surprised day before yesterday when I was planning to come to Bangalore. I called most of the teachers whose numbers I had, and all of them remembered me. I said, 9 years. I thought you would forget. But I was really surprised they still remembered, and I was really grateful and very happy and blessed that I have the teachers, the gurus. The most important, there are many types of gurus in life. The first are parents. Those are our first gurus. Then, who teach us. Everyone can be a guru. Whoever teaches you anything in your life, can be your elder brother, can be your parents, your friend, anyone who gives you any type of knowledge is a guru in one time. So the first guru is parents, then the teachers who give us educations, all the beautiful teachers who are sitting here, most of them have taught me. So these are the second type of gurus who give you knowledge. And the highest guru is the spiritual guru, self-realized spiritual guru who helps you reach your ultimate goal of moksha, self-realization, who helps you cross from this side of the ocean to that side of the ocean. That's the highest guru. But anyone who gives you any type of knowledge is a guru in one aspect. So we all have to be focused in life. We all have to try to gain as much knowledge as possible. Because I felt I gained spiritual knowledge in my own field, but the education which I gained here, I wouldn't be able to gain anywhere else. And this is the prime time between, let's say, 18, 19 to 25, 30. That's the prime time where we can grow in our lives. It is kind of boring right now. A routine in the morning coming, then we have PT in the morning, then school, then preps in the evening, and then all this. I understand it's kind of boring, I went through this, but it is very important because later we would regret we had the chance, but we didn't do it. Many of me, not me, but a few of my elder friends, they regret when I was younger, I could have done this, I could have done that. But we should not take too much stress. And SDA is very good for that because we have sports, we have extracurricular activities, and many things which are happening here, which helps us also divert our mind in other things, not just in studies. Because, let's say, unfortunately, for example, in Rajasthan where I live, Kota, you all know what happens in Kota. They are in with so much stress. Stress from the family, stress from the parents, stress from the teachers, stress of themselves. We all should not feel that life is a competition, that we have to come first. Yes, it is good to come first, but if you come second, it's not a problem. What is more important is that we gain the knowledge which is necessary for us. If you will always be running to come first, all of you can't come first. Some of you will come. I was first from the last. NSB, no problem. That doesn't matter. What matters is the experience what I got from here. What matters is the relationships which I made here. What matters is the knowledge which you are gaining here. If you look at it as that you are running in a race and you have to come first, people will fall into depression. People do fall into depression. And then you can take some steps in life which are not good for us. Just focus on your path, just follow your path, just go on in your life and live in the present, what I always say. What happened in the past, you can't change it. Why do bother thinking about it? Always, done it. What's coming in the future, do we know it? No. What's written in our destiny, what I believe, I don't know what all of you believe, but what I believe is what's meant in my destiny, what's supposed to happen will happen. I will work on that path. If I'm in a spiritual path, I will work on it. I can get higher in that path, but what's written will happen. So why do bother thinking about that too much? That's just giving stress in our own mind. Live in the present. What I will be doing after half an hour, I don't know. Who comes in this world has to go. If we were born in this world, one day we have to die. What will happen if we think about the future? Will we gain anything? Not much. I travel so much, my programs are fixed here and there, but do I think what will happen tomorrow, what will happen? This morning I woke up, I knew I had to come to SBA, I did my daily routines, I started my bike from here. In the evening, what do I have to do? I have no idea. Live in the present, that's the most beautiful thing in life. Live now. When we are sitting in the class, enjoy the class, listen to your teacher, study, or sleep in the back if you want. When you're playing, then play. If you're swimming, swim. If you're playing basketball, play basketball. Whatever you do, just focus on that at the present time. Jo hona hoga hoga. Just live now. Enjoy your life. That's what I would like to say. And thank you all for sitting here and listening to this boring speech. And I'm really happy to come back here and see all of you. Everything looks quite same except the music building of Mishraji, which I really want to see. Otherwise, I think everything else still looks the same. And really grateful again to all the teachers for welcoming me and for giving me the opportunity to speak here today. Thank you so much. Swasti Prajabhyam Paripatram.